guys. Welcome back to The Struggle with Candice Thompson. I am Candice Thompson. You can probably hear Mal's eyes rolling. For our new listeners to the podcast, what The Struggle is, we have guests come on every week to talk about the struggles of adult life because we all know that being an adult sucks sometimes. Most of the time, actually. You can find me at Jokes by Candice on social media. That's Twitter and Instagram. And CandiceThompsonComedy.com. This is going to be a very fun episode. I can't wait. Mal, say whatever you're going to say.
Thank you, Candice Thompson. You can find me at malhall.com, at malhall on social media, and Malhall TV on YouTube. Unsubscribe immediately. No, introduce the guest, Candice.
All right. I'm so excited, even though I don't feel like it's reciprocated.
What are you talking about? I'm happy to be here in this hot studio with no AC. Are you kidding me? I'd rather not be somewhere else than here.
Ladies and
like
gentlemen,
other places.
Comedian Ian Edwards, if you don't already recognize his voice.
Yeah, you don't recognize my voice. How do you not recognize this voice? This handsome-ass voice.
Handsome-ass voice. Where can everyone find you on social media, Ian?
At Ian Edwards Comic on Instagram and Twitter. And I have a website, ianedwardscomedian.com, which is down.
So don't go there now.
I mean, you can.
It might be up by the time they hear this. They're not going to hear this.
It won't be. I won't get it up.
He owns the domain, though. He owns the domain. That's what's important.
Yeah.
If you want to go check out some under construction sites, go check out Ian, what is it?
Ian Edwards Comedian.
You don't even know what it is.
No, I don't. I told you it's down.
I'm so excited to have you here, Ian. Ian and I go way back. Ian, we met like in 2006.
All right.
We've known each other for 12 years now.
Oh, shit. Time goes fast. Damn. It's a long-ass time.
Now, do you regret meeting me? Or
No,
am I one of those people that you're happy to know?
Yeah, I'm happy to know you, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I add value to your life?
I wouldn't go that far. I would just say, I think I've added value to your life. Now,
Whoa.
you don't have to reciprocate it. I'm happy just knowing that, that I've added value to your life, and it's fine. But
Has Mal added any value to your life?
I barely see Mal.
But in those few times that you've seen him.
Mal lives in L.A., but I saw Mal more when he lived in San Diego.
I would agree with that assessment. I tell Mal all the time he doesn't live here.
Yeah, when he lives in San Diego, at least I go up there and do shows, and he adds value to my life that way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he gives you stage time.
Stage time.
I've never given you stage time, but I've put you on this podcast. That's some value.
Yeah, and I stayed at your
priceless.
house for like a year and a half, when I needed to.
Wait, what did you say?
I stayed at your house for like a year and a half.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't even a year and a half, was it? I think it was like a year.
I think it was over like a year.
You did.
It went fast, yeah. It was cool.
We let you stay there.
Yeah, it was a cool roommate situation for a year and a half.
It was like Three's Company.
I mean,
you were gay.
Whoa.
And I was.
Now you're taking value from my life. I have nothing against gay people, but don't call me gay. Don't play that.
He had to pretend to be gay when the landlord came.
No, there's no situation like that.
But no, isn't that that's what Three's Company was. But that's how silly it was back then. And like he had to pretend to be gay in order to live with two women.
It was fine. I have no problem with it. It's a great premise.
It wasn't at the time yet.
Yes, it was. Even now, I believe it.
It would still hold up, you think?
Yeah, why not?
No apartment manager would care what your sexuality is. I mean, they might secretly, but they wouldn't tell you can't rent this place. As long as you got money, you can stay there.
Depends on what part of town.
No, you know what? It was kind of weird. It would be weird now for your apartment manager to tell you you can't live with a guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's just, it was always.
And then he ended up staying there after he fell asleep. They had a party, and he was at the party, and then somehow he ended up spending the night and never left.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
That was like the pilot?
That was like the pilot. Yeah, it's in the song. The song tells you the whole thing.
Come and knock on our door.
Yeah.
We'll be waiting for you.
Yeah, it was weird, but
hers and his, Three's Company too.
Yeah, he was just so good. It didn't matter about the premise.
He was great. I miss him. And,
I don't miss him.
I do. He died too soon. John Ritter?
Nah, he did everything he needed to do.
He was still only like, what, 50? He was in his like early 50s.
You know how many people
maybe?
live longer and haven't done that much?
No, I know, but still, can I say I miss somebody?
I'm sorry. Yeah, you can.
I miss his comedy. He made me laugh.
Ian said he's done enough, Candice. Let him
He
rest.
made me laugh too, but I don't miss him.
You don't have to miss him. I do.
I said you can miss him.
You're allowed.
Yeah, you're allowed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That
And your Instagram, I was going to tell you.
What?
Your Instagram stories are getting funny.
getting funny?
Well, that's
Thank you.
I didn't really want to say it in an insulting way, but this is what I was going to say. You are evolving as
An Instagram person?
an Instagram person.
Oh, good. I don't.
Or
That's
internet. Yes, that's what I want to say.
that's. I know that like in our industry, that's a good thing,
Yeah.
and I don't know if that would have been considered would be considered a compliment to a lot of comics because we don't.
Comics are idiots sometimes.
No, I know.
There's nothing wrong. Like, listen, they always shit on people who are killing it on Instagram.
Yeah.
And they're not stand-up comics and haven't gone through the same struggles. But
right
why would you be mad at somebody who didn't sit home and wait for the industry to choose
come
them?
to them. Right.
Why would you be mad at somebody who said, I'm going to take this into my own hands? And it's not easy to get up every day and write something and shoot something. And then, you know how many short
Produce it, yeah.
films I shot that I never edited?
Yeah.
A lot. No, you know, not even a lot because
just
I'm
out
too
of
lazy.
a
to
laziness?
shut. Yeah.
Why didn't you just pay somebody to do it?
That cost money back then. You know, it wasn't like you could just do it like that.
on your phone.
Oh, so it's
yeah.
nothing. Oh, you're saying nothing recent that you've done. This is like from years ago.
Something recent too.
But I think he's saying the to be dedicated
Something
enough
something I shot 2 days.
to
ago.
shoot
Last
something
week.
every
Yeah.
day and edit it on your phone and put it on. That's like a lot of
and,
work.
It is a
it's
lot of work.
Editing, like
Yeah.
sitting in front of a thing is not easy, man.
You know, I don't begrudge anybody for
Yeah.
getting success. I just, the only thing that bothers me is when the Instagram famous people they headline shows at like clubs because they can
care.
and here's my only thing is that they put asses in seats and that's why they're getting the spots. But from what I'm hearing is that a lot of these people are not performing well because they're not stand-ups, right?
Right.
So that doesn't translate. So the people are leaving thinking this was a stand-up comedy performance, and now they're like, I don't like stand-up comedy.
Nah, I don't think people are getting turned off. Comedy's booming right now, so I don't think that's true. And people
We don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. Plus, if you're there that night and you're going on that show, these people that would have never seen you find out about you. And I would behoove anybody to befriend these Instagram people that have fan bases.
Absolutely.
And let it rub off on you instead of like just giving them,
Criticizing and
just
hating.
staring them down. Yeah.
Right. No, it is a skill.
And
Yeah.
if you go on one of those shows, like those audiences are the ones that are going to connect and be loyal and stick with you.
Absolutely.
They're loyal enough to follow an Instagram
Absolutely.
person.
Yeah, they scream like they see Michael Jackson when they see
Yeah.
Batch or just anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The TV credits aren't working anymore.
Yeah.
You need social media.
Oh, you
credits.
was in a movie? Ha!
Yeah, who cares? It's true. It
Holla when
doesn't
you
matter.
holla when you get on the gram
Right.
with your 5 movies. Fuck out my face, movie star. You're blocking my Instagram hero. Yeah.
It's true.
What's your struggle, Candice?
My struggle for this week, I had a couple. I don't want to be hack and complain about the weather like everybody's been doing. That was one though, because I don't have AC in my place. But I'm gonna do a quick. This is a superficial struggle that I see recurring all the time with me. I don't know if you. I know you have the struggle. I don't know if Ian. You probably don't, especially not because you're like been in the game so long. Everyone knows who you are. But for me, like this just happened today. I'm doing a radio show after I leave here, and they misspell my name on the flyer. Like my name gets misspelled
Candice?
regular. Yes.
That's,
Oh, but not that. Also, Thompson. When they put my name on the wall at the Comedy Store the first time,
Mhm.
and they tweeted it to let me know they were putting my name up, they spelled Thompson wrong.
That's funny.
THOMSON, no P.
We love you.
They were like, "Congratulations to paid regular Candice Thompson," and I was like, and I had to tweet back, "You misspelled my name."
There's
So
no
now-
P?
Now there is. So because I did tweet back immediately when they tweeted it, and I wrote back to them. I said, you misspelled it. So then they had to they did wipe it off. But that's why my name, if you go over there, looks ashy because there's like some smudged white behind it. Now they put some coconut oil on my name at the store. But my thing is, like, it's so easy, especially if you are. First of all, I'm just a perfectionist when I make flyers and when I do anything that I know the public is going to see. I'm so particular about typos and stuff like that, especially someone's name, because that's really all we have in this industry. So I'm kind of just like, I need to make sure before anyone else sees it, this is accurate. But I see this, it's happened to me weekly on flyers. Like, you're posting it on, you tag me on my social media, and my name is Jokes by Candice on the media. So you know that's how I spell Candice, but constantly Candace.
This sounds more like a complaint than a struggle. It's an
ongoing struggle.
It's an ongoing complaint.
Well, yeah, that's a struggle. Complaints are struggles. If it's not being rectified, it's a struggle. And I don't know how to rectify it until I'm just famous. But I still think people will still misspell my name. I dated a guy one time who misspelled my name on a few occasions.
On birthday cards?
He sent
Happy birthday, Candice.
He sent me an invitation to something, and it was misspelled. And I was like, we've been seeing each other for a year and a half. And then he texted me one time and misspelled it with an AC.
That's your fault. You should have had a tramp stamp on your back. The correct spelling of your name. So niggas can learn something while they back there.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Not this.
If you know you have that problem, why didn't you fix it that way?
My name is
right.
Candice, not Candice.
Yeah.
What was I thinking? Ian, I don't know if people know this about you, but you're not the best of spellers.
No, I'm not. I'm a writer, not a speller.
Which is hilarious. You would think the two go hand in hand.
But I think autocorrect made me even a worse speller.
Yeah, it makes you worse.
Because
it's like GPS.
I type the 3 letters of something and I just wait for it to
fix it.
Figure it out.
give me the choices.
Yeah.
And then I don't even try to sound things out or use my syllables anymore. So I've completely regressed.
We don't think anymore.
Yeah.
Every time I don't know the answer to something, I immediately Google it. And instead of just being like, you knew this at one point, try and remember.
This is how lazy I am. I don't try, like, I used to, like, type and try to get in the ballpark close to what I thought the word was. Now if I don't, now I'm so lazy, I won't even do that. I'll just do voice to text and say the word. Because I'm not even going to attempt to spell
you
it.
just changed my life. Oh, shit. So I could have been doing
Now
that.
you made Ian even dumber. Look what you've done.
It's not made me dumb. It's made me lazier. He's made me a smarter, lazier person. There's a complete difference between dumber.
Why even try to think to get in the ballpark? Just say that shit.
You're a genius, man. Don't ever think you're dumb.
Hold on.
Don't let anyone ever tell you you're stupid, Mal.
don't let no
I
one.
do tell him regularly.
Yeah.
She's wrong, man.
That's brilliant.
Brilliant.
I'm a master with my laziness.
All right, that was my struggle. What's yours, Mal?
Mine is superficial and it'll be figured out by this time tomorrow or the next day.
What is it?
So I'm the maid of honor at this wedding on Friday.
Jesus Christ. All right. So you're just going to skip that part and get to the thing that you think is the struggle.
We've already talked about it.
Unfortunately.
That's the first time I've heard the maid of honor.
Yeah.
He's the Mal of honor.
Look, I'm uniting all the wedding belts. I've been a best man 4 times. I've officiated a wedding twice.
Oh, shit.
Now I'm doing the maid of honor, and then I have to get married, and then I'll have all the belts at the wedding.
That is true, yeah.
But I have to write this maid of honor speech, and it's like,
oh, that's right.
I've been procrastinating for the last.
And you got to make it funny
Who's this
too.
person?
It's my best friend.
And she's a girl.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you have a girlfriend now.
Mm-hmm.
How long you been dating her?
Like 7
7
years.
years.
Oh, all right. How long this other girl been your best friend?
Like 15 years.
Oh, shit.
Longer.
Yeah.
I bet so your girlfriend's happy that this girl's getting married.
So she's off the table.
Yeah, just to make sure. Like she said she always trusted you, but now she's like, all right, now I can,
Friday, the shit's official.
Yeah.
You guys are just best friends in front of everybody.
Like if somebody tries to object to this wedding, your girlfriend would knock that motherfucker out. No, this wedding is going through.
You know what's weird is that do they actually do that? Like I've never heard at any wedding
I do it at every wedding I go to.
I think they just do it
in movies.
That's why people stop inviting
me to weddings. They just do it in movies, don't they? They don't do it in real life. I've done it at
every wedding I've gone to.
You've done it. I'm talking about like who is it? The minister or whoever is performing.
The officiant.
Or did they ask that?
Yeah, it's just for movies. Who waits?
Right before the vows. I have something to say.
This is a mistake.
Continue.
So yeah, that's it.
Oh, my bad. Wrong wedding.
We'll tell. You'll see in 7 years.
I tried to warn you.
And that's me being optimistic.
So wait, what's your struggle, Mal?
Yeah.
Well, it's just half the people that are going to be at this wedding know I'm a comedian, so there's pressure for it to be funny, and then there's also pressure for it to be good.
Yeah.
And I'm
in
competition in my head with the other people that are going to be speaking. And
But
so
you're the only
like,
one that's a professional comedian, though.
Yeah, but if somebody has a funnier speech.
Like a funnier story.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you going to be nervous about this?
Probably. It's not like stand-up. Stand-up is like, you know, I'm in control of that situation. Doing like a speech at a wedding or any type of event like that, it's more high stakes to me.
Just pretend like it's
Yeah,
a set. Just go up. Where my Scorpios at?
It's like a traditional Vietnamese. There's going to be all kinds of old Asian people that don't understand what I'm saying to begin with. Mm-hmm. Wearing sandals with their suits and fucking smoking cigarettes.
Just go up and do your set. I think you'll be fine.
Yeah,
do like the first 5 minutes.
Do 15 minutes of my show.
Yeah, and then be like,
and then a toast to the happy couple.
Just have a funny story.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have plenty of those.
Between you and the person and do it on stage in the next, when's the wedding?
Friday.
So
I'll do it on this military show I'm doing tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. Work out the kinks. Let's have a funny story so that you'll guarantee that one part will be funny and then the rest can be serious.
Just wing it. The rest.
Yeah,
so that's it.
Yeah.
Don't ruin their wedding, Mal.
Yeah,
it's simple. Yeah.
I've ruined a wedding
But
before.
I get that as a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You get his, but not mine.
Yeah.
Mine is less of a complaint.
Yeah. Because you're not struggling with it.
I am struggling with it. It annoys
other
me.
Other people are struggling. Your name is a struggle to other people.
You're right about that.
You know?
You're right about that. But it shouldn't be. It's an easy name.
Yeah, once I learned how to spell it, yeah.
People are stupid though, Candice.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Mm-hmm. I've been sent mailed checks with my name spelled correctly, and then get to the show, and on the marquee, big and bright as fuck, it's spelled wrong.
Hall.
Mall Hall on the marquee. Mal Hal on the on the fucking coming up
Mall?
soon.
Yeah.
It's not Mall?
Shut up, Ian.
You introduced me to Mal. You're the reason I met Mal.
Yeah, I introduced you to him as Mall.
You probably did.
So,
that sounds about right, actually.
Where Mal came from.
Candice, this is
You want
Mal.
to change his name? You want to change his name now? Fine.
All right, Ian, what's your struggle?
My struggle is, how do I put this?
Oh, no.
So, like you said, I've been doing comedy a while. And there's this thing going around where a lot of people are getting TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
And people come up to me and they say, when are you going to get your TV show? Right? And I'm like, soon.
That's what you say every time?
Yeah, but here's the truth. I don't even know if I want a TV show. And if I need to tell people I want a TV show, because it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. And I'm in like fun mode. So it's like, it's the struggle. If I'm honest,
mm-hmm.
then it's like telling people I'm not as ambitious as you need to be.
Yeah.
To be in this game.
I tell Mal that all the time.
You know? And as long as you're happy, that's fine.
Yes.
And so it's like, so I've gone to meetings, pitch shows. I have a production company that wants me to go pitch something with them.
Like
and
soon?
They gave me some notes,
mm-hmm.
and I addressed them once after a year.
Oh,
and then they gave me some more notes.
Uh-huh.
And I might take another year to address those.
To respond to those.
and I'm wondering why. And it's like, maybe I just don't really want
maybe
to
don't
work
want
up
to
a
do
show.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the struggle is like, how do I tell them or just come to terms with me not being what I should be or what people
want you to be.
Want me to be. And then
people want that to be your dream. And it's like, that doesn't necessarily have to be it.
Right. And I think I did want it. And I think the most I do want a show now only to get spots at the club.
Right.
And to still look attractive to younger women. But that's about it. It's not. I just want to go live in an RV and wake up by the beach every morning. But how do I break this to the world?
You just did.
All right. Struggle's over.
I would like to applaud your honesty.
Oh,
because that was very honest.
Yeah.
Most people.
It's a real struggle.
Yeah, but most people, they fake the funk and they pretend, and I think they do. And I think because you're just a strong-willed person that I don't know. I've just known you for 12 years now, and it's like you're not the type of person that like gets bullied into doing something or gets somehow led into doing something that you don't want to do.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
So, I mean, I see why that's a struggle for you, absolutely 100%, but I think that whatever you're going to do, you're going to be successful at it because I know how talented you are.
No, thanks.
But I didn't bring you here to compliment you.
I don't know if you know how lazy I am. That's the thing that's the struggle to let people.
That's the core struggle.
Not saying that gay is bad, but laziness is my gay. Or laziness.
Wait, what?
Laziness is my. I'm trying to find like
an analogy for it.
For it,
right.
Like I gotta find something else, like another analogy where like I have to come out the closet and admit
that you're
my lack of ego and ambition,
right,
in the wrong business.
You had an album called 100% Half-Assed.
And I was trying to tell people.
Which I think was a good way to say that.
But they didn't listen.
Because your jokes are too funny.
Yeah.
They probably think you're joking. They probably think this is a funny thing about me.
No, that's like a philosophy.
That never do anything 100%.
Yeah.
Out of the mantra.
Out of the 100% that you could be giving, what percentage would you give an estimate that effort that you're putting in right now?
Like as far as whatever
you think.
It depends on different things. Like for stand-up, I know I can coast and still be respected.
Yes.
So I've been doing that.
You've done too much to not be respected, right?
So I've been doing that. But then I want to do a special. With that I know I want to do for sure. So that I have actually been working on and writing and performing and doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But, to get the special, I might need the TV show to get the special.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So if I really want the special,
you have to do all this other stuff you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Which is super fucked up because if you don't know Ian, he's like one of the funniest comedians
hands down
in the world.
But also maybe one of the most laziest people.
But that doesn't, yes.
I know so many lazy people that are on television.
Not lazy, but you get what I'm saying.
I know lazy people that are constantly on television.
But it's crazy that to get a comedy special, the requirement is not being a funny fucking comedian.
Right.
Get a show first, and then we'll talk about the stand-up special.
And then get locked into something for 5 years just for a special.
That you might not even want to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Crazy.
Because I just wrote on the show. The hours were good. We went in at 10.
Yeah.
We got out at 5. But if you run the show, you ain't getting out at 5.
You're there till 11.
You got to cast. You got to do all kinds of shit. And they did a good job of going home to their families as the EPs. Mm-hmm. But still, I know there's extra stuff that they had to do. Or I see I work with Nick Stoller, and he's doing Friends from College, and then he'd leave to go work on Dora the Explorer, and then Billy would come to the office so that he could work on something else, and he'd come in the room, and I'm like,
I wish I had that.
Shit. I remember
that enthusiasm.
I remember in my head when I wanted to be Diddy and be spinning all these plates. And
then you got older and you were like,
I just want to eat out of a trough. I don't spin shit.
I love working, but at the same time, every time I start working, I'm like, I'd rather be at home, just like in my bed in fetal position. But I do like working. And
to be honest, I do like working too. Like I've been in writers' rooms, and you just really laugh all the time, and there's hard work to be done. And then when you do stand up, you get to travel. But I just feel like that's just like the gateway to letting me know that there's more fun out there to be had, and want to do less of the work fun.
Yeah.
And go straight for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you say is on your vision board, aside from the special?
You know how much work it is to make a vision board?
I'm too lazy.
I just told you I was lazy,
I'm lazy, yeah. I have bills that I haven't paid, not because I don't have the money.
I just am too lazy to write out a check.
Yeah,
Or
open the
to push a
envelope to see
button.
what's on the bill.
But
Dude, half the time I pay rent late just because my stupid company doesn't have an online way to do it.
no, same.
Why am I still writing a check in 2018?
No, I know. My apartment manager's the same way. She I couldn't even send her a text because she's so old that she wouldn't even know what to do with that. But Ian, you're old school like that? You don't trust.
I like sending checks.
You don't trust like Venmo and stuff.
I got PayPal. I just don't got Venmo.
Do you do Apple Pay on your phone?
Not on the Samsung.
Oh, do you do Google Pay?
Nah. Got PayPal.
Nah. Ian's one of the most laid back people. But like your personality actually matches your work ethic. Like if you if you meet Ian, he's just one of the most, he's so chill. But I feel like that's just your vibe. That's your whole entire.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, you see what work would
it would disrupt.
That?
It would
like
disrupt
having
your
my own TV show would go against that. And when these people have deadlines and shit that you gotta meet, and you have to be constantly
There's no continuity there.
So then it's like, but then I jeopardize not if the longer I don't have a show, at some point I'm gonna stop getting spots at the store, which I like getting spots at the store.
Of course.
Or your spots get worse. So then the struggle is knowing that the things that I do like are gonna start getting interfered with.
Right.
So it's like, how do I not do what they want and still get what I want? So as much as I want. And then other shows they're gonna be like, oh, he never made it, or he's not as good as we thought he is because he never had his own show. And then people stop, like, they start. So you like, there's this thing, you know?
Yeah.
Where I got to figure it out.
Yeah, you have to figure it out. I mean, there's a way. What if you were like, what if it's not your show, but you just on the show? You know, like
writing on somebody's show?
Not writing, but like you could, or on somebody's show, like you're the side character.
Yeah. But I got to get cast, and then you have to audition. So I'm a better actor than an auditioner.
Same.
Yeah.
I hate auditioning.
Yeah.
I hate it very much. It's a skill. It's a whole nother separate skill.
It's nerve-wracking as well.
Like they want you to walk in the audition and do one take. When you're shooting something, you're doing multiple takes.
You have so many times to do it.
You have so many times to do it. So it's like, audition is just not like the thing, but it is what it is. It's the game. So, you know.
Right. And half the time they know who they want anyway when they bring you in the first place.
They do,
which is ridiculous. I went into...
it's like somebody using you to make their boyfriend, their girlfriend jealous.
Yes.
That's what audition is like.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I went in, I auditioned for, Lil Rel's. He has a or a show. I don't know if it's...
I saw it.
Yeah, you saw it?
Yeah, I went in, had a meeting. They wanted to hire me, and I turned that down.
Okay. Must be nice.
Nah.
How'd your audition go, Candice?
He was like, does this job entail work?
Yeah.
I'm not interested. Do I have to show up at the job?
Now carry me out to my car.
You believe they wouldn't do that? They wouldn't carry me out to my car.
You mean to tell me I have to walk from my car?
And I like this show. I watched the episode. I like the show. It's funny. I think it's going to be a hit.
Oh, yeah?
But I had to turn it down.
Because of?
Because
it's not on your vision board.
I want to work on my special.
On your own stuff.
And I want to shoot it in October. And you can't be in an office writing on somebody's show and turn out a really good special.
Right.
Because the special is the only thing. Like I said, I have to figure out how to get what I want without giving people too much of what they expect. Mm-hmm. So the special is the only thing that could save me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to turn down that job, but I have to do
in order to execute this
execute the special away. Because then people like you guys say I'm funny, right?
Hilarious.
At least two people think you're funny.
At least two people. So I have to deliver on that.
You do.
In a special.
You do.
Like, there's no way I can be like, my special can just be okay.
Like so many other specials that have been out.
Because I have to at least confirm what people think of me.
Right.
So that I can get more lazy juice.
So
that makes sense. So if the special,
it makes complete
the
sense.
special is so good, he must have a show.
Yes.
Oh, he doesn't have a show, and it's this funny.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I could just tell people I don't want a show yet, or something. You know?
Yeah. No, the special.
But the special
will
is
speak for
good enough.
Yeah.
Where you could have that attitude.
Yeah. Then I can get the RV.
Do you know where you're gonna shoot it?
The RV.
No, not yet. I'm having a meeting after this about that. Yeah.
Awesome. That's exciting.
Wait, did you say an RV?
Yeah. Van life, baby.
You want to live in an RV?
Yeah.
Is that what's on your
This
vision
is
board?
a beautiful ass state. I want to go check it out. Yeah.
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah. I would like every night I go home and it's between porn and van life videos.
Van life?
And if you look
Van life videos.
and if you look at my bookmarks,
Just masturbating to families in RVs.
van life videos have won. I bet.
Oh my God.
Is that what y'all do? Laugh at people's struggles?
Yes, that's why we brought you here specifically.
I was just checking.
Oh, what is that? What is that? A fold-out fireplace with the van?
Some of them do. Some of them have that.
Some of them are really nice.
Yeah, like there's some like you seen an Airstream. It's better than a New York City brand new apartment.
Yeah.
Bigger too.
Yeah.
It's like a studio size on wheels.
Yeah.
So wait, Ian, do you know, can I ask you, or if you don't feel like, or you don't want to say, I was going to ask, where would you want your special, what platform would you ideally want your special to be on?
I think everybody would want it on Netflix. Yeah. But I'll put it anywhere because I've seen people get famous on other platforms. So yeah, I don't care. Showtime. I just want people to be able to see it.
Right.
Yeah. And then, like I think if going on the road and selling out, I think you can make more money than being in a room, and that takes up less time, and I can go to places that I really want to go to,
right,
and travel. So
you enjoy the traveling aspect of stand up.
No, I enjoy the good road. There's good
mediocre
road, and there's the bad road, and there's the good road.
Right,
like you get on a first class flight,
right?
You know, which I'm not at that level yet. Like when I open for people, we get on a private jet.
Yeah,
like you can go to Vegas on Friday, do a show Friday, do a show Saturday night, and be back at 7:30. Do a show in Vegas Saturday night, and then be back in LA by 11:30.
Watching van porn,
the good road.
Yeah.
So, but I want to be able to afford that. To be at that level on my own.
That's what I've always wanted. Like people always ask me if I do the road, and I'm like, minimally, because I never wanted to be a road comic. Like that is to me, it's a lonely life. In addition to that, at the level where I am, again, like I can't, I'm not going to be staying in like 5-star hotels. I'm going to be staying in like Motel 6s.
Motel 6 is nice now, by the way.
Yeah,
I beg to differ.
They're nice now. The new ones.
Okay, I don't know. I'm a hotel snob. All right, it's nicer.
Yeah.
So I stayed in one. I think it was a Motel 6, and first of all, I didn't feel safe. Like also, you guys are dudes. It's different for women. Like on the road, it's just it's a safety issue, and they, a lot of times they keep us in like shady looking places, and the places we go are shady looking too. So it's like. It's a whole, and we don't like get thrills from getting, men love groupies. Like you go perform and you're like afterwards, women are gonna hit on me. Like we could die if we go home with a complete stranger. So, and we don't.
Then don't go home with a complete stranger.
No, I'm just saying that we don't because of that. A lot.
But
of
you would
time.
like to.
I would love to have that option. Yes.
What, to go home with a complete stranger?
Just to have free sex, whenever I want. Not with strangers. I could die, or get, sexually assaulted, things like that happen to us.
Listen, I don't know how this is. If you're a friend of mine, so if you're ever, a guy's ever sexually assaulting you.
In the middle of it, I can call you.
Say, I love you in his ear.
I've always said that I wanted to do that. I've always wanted to. I've always said that's what I was going to do.
And hold that motherfucker tighter.
You gonna call me tomorrow? Am I gonna meet your parents?
I thought you were gonna say something serious.
Come on, Mal. Who are we dealing with here? It's Ian.
Come on, Mal.
What were your expectations?
That's hilarious.
I've legit always said that.
I'm just trying to save women out here, bro.
But that would work.
You ain't down.
Because it's not about sex. It's about
try it. I don't know. It
power.
might work. Yeah.
You take the power away from them when you tell them.
I
love you.
Or it's just giving somebody something they don't expect.
They don't want to hear.
Can't wait to meet your parents.
Yeah. You gonna call me next week? See, no, I've never been a road person, but I do want to travel, but I want it to be when I want to do it.
I think I like
There's a way to do it though, Candice. You can't just be like, I don't want to stay in this. So there's a way to do everything you want to do. Like, I want to live in a van. There's a way.
And I want to live in a van down by the river.
Yeah, no, beach. And I'm figuring out a way how to do that shit.
You will do it. You'll manifest it.
Exactly. So there's a way for you to do the road that you want to do.
I am. Yeah. I'm just not right now. It's not something that's on my immediate to do. Okay. I go on the road very minimally. Like, I'll go on the road with Bobby takes me on the road. Bobby Lee, Roy Wood takes me.
Yeah, there you go.
Josh Wolf said he wants to take me on some dates. So I got some people. But that'll happen when I have my shows and when I have all my specials out. I get to pick and choose when I go. Right. That's what I want.
Good road.
Good road.
Good road.
Mm-hmm.
Good road.
I think that's sort of why I like going on the road so much. Is because I do good road and it's like fun. Yeah. Meet cool people, stay in nice places.
Right. Oh, wait, I was going to ask you. Oh, can I ask you about this? And just say no if you don't want to talk about it. But I wanted to ask you saw about the Russell Peters thing?
So Gina? How did it start? Yeah, I have a response to this completely. But I just want to be sure because I didn't see. I know I saw it on Instagram.
That's all I saw.
Where she showed his thing with him admitting that he took her joke and then her response to that. But so how did it start? Like, then I heard he said it started because he was accusing Trevor Noah of something.
Oh, I did hear that too.
He accused Trevor of stealing
So then I'm like,
I did hear that.
I need to know the whole thing.
The backstory. So you can't talk about it now?
This is as far. This is what I can say. I'm a comic.
Hold on. Let me just, for our listeners who don't know what's happening, I just asked Ian about, so something happened with a very popular comic named Russell Peters and another comic, Gina Yashere. She's from London, right?
Yeah.
And she recently posted on Instagram, it was Russell Peters admitting that he stole one of her jokes, like on a radio show or some show. And so she called him out because he has most recently, I guess, accused Trevor Noah of stealing jokes. And then allegedly. And so she was like calling him out, basically like, how dare you? You're a joke thief yourself. So she posted this. Gina Yashere is her name, if you want to look it up.
So my thing is this. Gina, I know Gina.
A long time. Yeah.
Let it go. She's been griping about this for a long time. I know Russell. She had to talk with Russell about it back over 15 years.
Oh, they already talked about it.
And then he promised to give her some money, and he didn't give her some money.
Well, that's messed up.
So that's the messed up part. But listen, this weekend, here's the crazy thing. This weekend, this comic was telling me his favorite Eddie Griffin joke. Mm-hmm. And he said Eddie Griffin closed with it on his special in 2011. That joke is my Bruce Lee joke.
Oh.
What?
Yes. And then I forgot that had happened. And I said, oh, shit. So then he sent me the link to it because I always heard about it. But I have a thing that...
People steal your jokes often. Remember when, who was that basketball player?
But he wasn't really a comic, but yeah.
Gabe Arenas?
And then somebody at the store that's famous took a joke of mine by accident and used it in their special. It just happens. You just keep writing. And then Gina's like, hey, Gina, that joke, I only hear about that joke when you tell us that's the joke he stole. That joke did not make him famous.
Right.
That joke did not make him famous.
Right.
That's not what made Russell. So you're harping on this so much.
Right.
I've had better jokes stolen, Gina.
And you moved on.
I moved on. But then again, I want to live in a van, so can you really listen to me? I want to wake up by the beach.
Everybody has different goals.
Mushroom to the stars.
Ian is not trying to be preoccupied with stressing out if people stole his joke.
Yeah.
He wants to know where's the nearest diesel gas station so he can fuel up the van.
Hey, I'm trying to find the best type of van to live in.
Now, does this park and ride have hookups for my sewage, or do I need to...
Just don't do black tanks, yo. No black water tanks. Get the compost cassette toilet. Let's go dump it.
Wait, so I want to ask you about this now, since that's your opinion about that. But what about when it was the Rogan Mencia situation, calling him out for
Rogan did the right thing. He called him out.
So how is that? How would you say that's different than? Because
Rogan dealt with that right then and there.
You're just saying because too much time has passed.
This is like there's a statute of limitation on murder. How come you can admit to a murder you did probably 15 years ago or rape? This is a joke.
Yeah.
Right.
From 15, let it go.
And
I'm friends with Gina.
Right.
And I'm friends with Russell. Just let it go. You both good people. Let that shit go. It doesn't, like, what is this gonna do?
Do you think his career will be affected by this now?
I hope not. Because it's so stupid.
But what if he continues to steal jokes?
He doesn't steal jokes. He just improvs now. He doesn't steal jokes. He just improvs.
Yeah,
now.
but I watched like a 6-minute video, and it was like bit for bit.
Someone else's stuff?
Like
recently?
Three other comics. No, like from the past.
Yeah, from the past. I think, listen, when I was a young comic, like that's another thing. He took this when you're 20 years old and you're frightened and you're in another country and you don't have a voice.
Oh, that's when he did it?
Yeah. It's not like he did this shit as far as that's like in the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're a new comic, you're gonna steal. Like I switched the Richard Pryor joke or took a joke from a comic that was a friend of mine in this room that I was bombing him. I looked at him, I remember the joke, and I said it right to the crowd. You're a scared ass comic. I do that shit now. Fuck me.
That's hilarious.
Come on now. Come on.
You did your friend's joke.
Yeah, I was like, and it bombed.
I think you told me this story before.
You standing right there. I'm about to get booed. I see him. I look back at the crowd. It was like he was like a cue card for his joke.
This was in New York, right?
Yeah, it's in New York.
Yeah,
Queens, Manhattan proper.
That's hilarious.
Room.
That reminds me of the Fresh Prince episode. Did you remember the one with D.L. Hughley when he came on? That was his cousin, and he was doing stand up, and then he like destroyed one night, and Will was like, "Oh, maybe I'll be a comic. This looks super easy." And then he goes up and tried to do D.L. Hughley's. He stole his joke and then bombed in front of everybody. He's like, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't." Do comedy.
That's hilarious. I have thought of that. When everything that you have in your bag of tricks is like, ooh, that didn't work. I'll get him with this one. That didn't work. I'll get him with this one.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, dude, maybe I'll just do fucking Candice's joke. I'll do the vending machine.
Yeah, but you have moments of weakness because we're all human.
Right, we make mistakes.
We make mistakes, man. We got to be more forgiving. It's like Gina's so successful.
Right.
Come on.
She don't need to be worried about it.
Yeah. And Gina going to tell me she never stole anything? I'm sure I can find somebody maybe that said maybe she did something. Because Gina, first of all, she's gay, so she hasn't always been honest with who she was as a person.
Right.
She's grown into that.
Right.
So you're always doing something that you're not. So it's like, you know.
And you brought up Joe Rogan. I think the difference between those two is like he was fighting for all the comedians.
All the comics that he's stolen from.
Seems like she's, very consumed with that one joke.
Yeah. Right. And it was just that one joke, right? He didn't like steal multiple like ideas from her, did he?
No, it wasn't multiple. And then she named some other comics that she said he stole from. I'm like, hey, did these comics tell you they wanted you to say their name?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, just because you want to prove a point, what if they're cool with Russell?
Right.
Like, let it go.
I did think about that too. I was like, I don't know if I would want
I don't want
you to speak on my behalf.
Right.
Exactly. That's when you know, that's my point. You're too consumed with this joke. And Russell Peters said it's 8 words. And I'm friends with both of them. And I like both of them.
Yeah.
But honestly, let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
There's way more peace in your life.
How do you feel about it, Candice?
Oh no, I agree because I think I didn't know that it was such a long time ago, and I didn't know if it was just like this one time or if he had repeated, behavior of taking people's things, which
he might have back then.
Yeah, no, I didn't know if he was still recently doing it.
No, he did it. She said he did it on one of his specials. But I'm telling you, if he did, it's not the joke that made him famous.
Right.
You know? There's something else about Russell that makes Russell famous. And then if you want to be hung up on this joke and deny it, then you're just wasting your life, your time on that.
I agree. I tend to agree.
No, I agree. I didn't know the full story of it, but now I understand.
I'm not sure I know the full story either.
Well, yeah, no, but from what you've said, that clears up some questions that I had because I wasn't team anybody. All I knew was that this is not going to look good for Russell because Gina is a black lesbian, and that really is all you need to be right now to win.
And people listen to that voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're caping for it, and it's like even trendy now. So it's like, it's like she already has like a fan base that are just going to be like rooting for her just because she's a black woman and she's gay.
Mm-hmm.
So
and then she could just be using it again just to drum up more attention to her.
Get some shine for her.
Too. So, if she's doing that, then I understand that. But
right.
Yeah.
People don't know this. A lot of people might not know this about you, Ian, but you grew up in London or England. Where? You grew up in Jamaica first, right?
No, London first.
London first?
See, this is worse than somebody spelling your name wrong. You know me for 12 years and you don't know where I grew up first. This is way worse.
We haven't talked about this.
See my struggle?
We haven't talked about this in a very long time.
People don't know this about you, Ian. You're from...
I always forget where he was
Uganda.
from. Weren't you born in Darfur? I always forget because... all your family members, like your brother and sisters, all have British accents.
Right, that's why you should remember.
No, but I don't. But you don't. So I can't remember. I was like, are you from Jamaica first? I don't be remembering.
My struggle. This is all I gotta say. My struggle.
How often do you go back to England?
I haven't been back in a minute. Jamaica, I went back like 2 years ago, but.
I was in Jamaica a year ago.
Yeah, a year ago.
Mm-hmm. You saw my Instagram photos. Stop pretending like you didn't. I was there.
All right, I saw them.
We look like... you saw our pictures.
Nobody... You sound like a lawyer examining...
Where were you?
Somebody sitting in the back of the courtroom watching the trial.
It's just so hot in here. Yeah. I'm losing my mind.
We did establish, though, Ian, you did see my pictures on Instagram?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
At the record show, he saw the photos.
Are you going to sway me in first? Or it doesn't matter?
Did you look at them like around the time that you were looking at your RV videos, van videos, and porn? Like
I don't even watch porn. It's just van life.
Oh.
Yeah, that's.
You don't watch porn?
I'm saying if there's a choice when I go home at night.
Yeah.
Or what spiral to go down.
It's van life.
It's van life. It's like my video game. It's like looking at tiny homes, people living in vans and posting their videos and saying what works and what doesn't work the most. Like with that type of lifestyle, different parks and national parks that they live in are best places to go.
Mm-hmm. Park for free.
Park for free.
Have you watched the world's most extraordinary homes on Netflix?
Nah.
I mean, they might be too luxurious
if they're
for you.
Too expensive, then I won't look at it. But if it's like
of course they are,
home or something, yeah.
But they're not tiny. So like you sound like you like compact.
Because I want to do it like inexpensive, but luxurious.
Have you seen those tree houses? Those really nice tree houses?
I've seen some, but I don't know how practical that is.
I also feel like
that just sounds like somebody showing off.
I also feel like
you could have an office in a
Ian
treehouse.
likes it to be able to like be on the move, so he could go to this beach one day and then go Big Sur the next day.
They don't make mobile tree houses?
Stupid.
Could you picture that? It's a tree on wheels.
We're gonna have to uproot this tree. My friend's mom just bought a Sprinter van.
What is that?
A Sprinter with...
Yeah, because they got the...
It's like an 8-passenger thing with the toilet on. It's like a miniature tour bus.
How much? Like 100,000 or something like that?
I don't know. It looks like it's expensive.
Just for traveling?
What's that?
What's her plan?
Just for family road trips. Or if there's like oh, you guys want to go to the concert? Take the Sprinter van.
Oh.
That way you guys can drink in the bus and one person.
Oh, so
to
it
drive.
doesn't have. So it has a bathroom, but it doesn't have like the living room area and the kitchen and the.
It does. It has a sink and.
And it has the stove and all that.
I don't know if there was a stove.
You giving Ian another van to jack off to
I looked
tonight.
at this. Yeah.
Sprinter vans are pretty good.
I've never even heard of them.
But I don't know if I trust their engines over a long period of time.
It's a Mercedes.
Because it's Mercedes, but you know how much it costs to fix a Mercedes?
Yeah.
You know.
Now, if you had your RV, would you keep do you have a place to live and also have an RV, or would you just get rid of that and just live in the RV?
No, I would Airbnb my spot to live at.
Yeah.
And then, so if I ever needed to like
Emergency purposes.
Yeah, I'd be like, knock on the door,
Have
get
a
the
backup
fuck out.
place. Yep. You got
But
to
sir,
go.
that's not how Airbnb works. It does tonight, nigga.
So wait, Ian, you really don't watch porn?
Yeah, but
No, I take it back.
van
again.
life gets in the way. I'm just saying, porn is amazing, but that thing is even more amazing.
Do you think porn? I think porn is desensitizing people.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's hard to find porn that excites me anymore because it's just seen so much of it.
And
This is very.
it's
upsetting.
not realistic. I'm like, this.
It's not realistic.
This is not.
You
how
watch
this shit
porn too?
happens. Sometimes.
For some reason, I don't figure.
Why wouldn't he watch porn?
Yeah.
You don't seem to me a porn person.
You don't have to be. It's just porn.
Yeah, you do. I'm not a porn person. Porn doesn't do anything for me.
You don't watch porn?
No. Last porn I watched was like on cassette. It was like a VHS.
Jesus.
I mean, I don't know a ton of girls that do watch porn.
You
I think
know.
porn is sort of
Some
a
do.
guy thing.
Some do.
It is definitely more a guy thing, but I do know some women who partake or partook in it. I'd like, if I'm gonna watch porn, it would be like by myself. It would have to be like a Skinamax type situation.
Oh. Well, it looks like there's a story in it. It's kinda
Yeah.
like,
And I don't like the gross stuff. I like it. Like,
What's
I
gross?
don't want to see juices.
What's
You
gross?
like it to be implied, so instead of seeing
Yeah.
a load, you just
I like
see
to
waves
leave it
Why
to
is
my
splashing
imagination.
up
Why-
against the coast.
I don't like juices.
Why is how you were born gross?
It just is.
It's how
You can't deny
everybody,
it.
No, it's
Ian
not.
watches
That's
baby
how
delivery porn. clearly.
Watching people look complete strangers
Right.
go at one another and sticking things in holes.
Things. Penises. The dicks.
In holes.
Vaginas.
Like seeing like a woman getting gangbanged. That's not love. That's not how I was.
But you
It
have
better
the-
not be love.
You have the option.
That's not how I was created.
You have the option though,
I
Candace.
was
You don't have to
conceived in
watch the
love.
Yeah,
gangbang.
you don't have to pick that.
It's not like it's roulette, like you go to porn.com and then it's whatever
like-
shows up.
Whatever your hand
No,
slips,
it's-
whatever you accidentally click, you're locked into that for the night. No,
Just hit
that's not how the
that,
internet works.
hit that back button, Candace. Be
It's-
specific with your
It's just
search.
not for me. All I know is that it's ruining stuff. I know dudes who have told friends of mine that they can't come anymore with just regular sex because they've watched too much porn.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
Why are you making that face, Mel?
I
You
can't-
think it's good?
No, I can't imagine that.
You can't imagine it, but we've experienced it. So
But
it doesn't matter if you can't imagine it.
there's probably people who's been in long relationships that can't come anymore just because they've been in a long relationship.
That's true.
You're going to be desensitized to your own woman or wife or vice versa.
That's true.
Yeah. So
What do we do?
you just, cheat, Unless you're mature enough to have that conversation with the other person to say, let's go have some fun.
Look, we got to start swinging, babe,
Yeah,
because this
yeah.
is not working for me
Yeah.
anymore.
I honestly think if I was in a relationship that was that long and it got to that point, that would be a conversation I could entertain.
All right, but you'd have to start the conversation.
The
Not
woman,
him?
Yeah.
The woman would have to?
Yeah.
You would be furious if your guy was like,
Yeah.
hey.
Not
think
if
we
I
need
was
to-
feeling the same way.
But-
If I was feeling the same way, I just didn't say it
Right,
yet, and he
right.
said it, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, thank God somebody said something.
Yeah, but it's
No, you wouldn't.
Guys probably
You
feel,
can't tell me how I'm going to feel.
guys,
You would be, thank God, after you were angry.
Not if I felt the same way as he did. If I was bored with the sex also, Mal,
I get what
I
she's
just
saying.
didn't want to say it yet because I
I
didn't want to hurt his feelings. I wouldn't
get-
be mad.
I get what she's saying, but that's the thing. It's still, it's like, it's easier for the woman to bring that
It
shit
is.
up.
Totally.
Yeah.
It is.
So any woman out there You bored with the sex in your relationship. And it's a struggle. Mention to your dude, you want to try some other shit.
And I'm sure he'd be down.
He'll be cool.
And he'll be
with
down. He'll be like, whew, bitch, why didn't you say this sooner?
I've been waiting for you to sign off on this.
How long have you felt this way? 3 years, bitch?
We could have been.
I was here 4 years ago.
Good luck finding a side piece, because I've had one for the last 4 years. Waiting for you to bring this up.
So stupid. Now that you mention it, it's just, I feel like also it might be a conversation at that point. Maybe we just need to break up. If you're done having sex with somebody.
I mean, you
might
can
be
still
time to
have a
break
lot of other fun with the person.
Yeah, but maybe still break up and be friends.
Nah, I mean, like, there's people you can still be like real love is like you connected.
You don't need the sex.
And you don't need the sex, but you know you should have sex. And then, but you're just bored. You just been eating the same
Okay, we don't need
sandwich.
Oh, I thought he was gonna go graphic, and I was like, we don't need
No.
you to actually.
You like avocados?
I love avocado.
What have you got? I had avocados every day.
I honestly think I could do avocados every day, but in different ways. I would have to have them in different versions. Like I couldn't just have like.
Would you want some plantain chips with your avocados?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like some celery with your avocado?
No, not celery.
What else?
I can put other chips in it. Like there are these pretzel flats that I use. I dip in. I put avocado on that are really good. That everything bagel crisp.
That's what he's trying to say.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
yeah.
Look, I get it. I get it. Sometimes I get bored with a guy after like 2 weeks. I'm like,
Yep.
So on that note.
That's funny, but like during sex.
Sigh.
Sigh. Disheartening.
I know. Relationships are hard. Not that I would know.
They're not hard. We just not honest people. We just have to be more honest and take chances.
But they are hard because
everything is simple. We make things so hard.
I agree. I'm a very honest person, and I wish more people were honest. People tell me I'm too honest. So I get that, and I'm such a communicative person. Like I love talking and like telling you how I feel. I'd rather I tell you how I feel than me like keeping it inside and watching us both like squirm for the next 6-7 months. So, I'm all for that. But they're just hard because it's about timing.
Yeah. But you always have to keep that in mind and know that when you want something and the timing is off, to be like, man, the timing is off. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What does that mean?
That means this ain't gonna work right now because the timing is off.
But what if it's been working and now the timing is off?
Gotta admit that to yourself.
You just gotta be like, we done?
You gotta admit that. You gotta have that conversation.
I'm all for conversations.
Yeah.
That's a very objective way to like deal with relationships.
But yeah, it should be though. But a lot of topics are not easy. It's how you start the relationship to make it easy for people to bring things up.
Yeah.
You've
matured a lot since we dated.
Yeah, it's for someone that doesn't remember where I was born. You have regressed since we dated.
And on that note, you guys, thank you for listening to The Struggle with Candice Thompson.
It's really the struggle of Ian Edwards.
You can find me at Jokes by Candice on social media and CandiceThompsonComedy.com. Mal?
Malhall.com, at Malhall on social media, Malhall TV on YouTube.
Ian?
Shit. At Ian Edwards Comic on Instagram and Twitter. And shit. Ian Edwards Comedian.com, but it's down.
Love how you plugged it again. You've definitely been one of my favorite guests so far.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You guys, thanks for listening to The Struggle. If you listen to this regularly and you have not subscribed, what the fuck are you waiting for? Go ahead and do that. Also, tell your friends and family members that you care about. If we're making you laugh regularly and think about your own personal struggles and making them easier to deal with, then share the love and tell somebody about The Struggle. Till next time. Bye.
Later.
What?